Hello, I'm Stacy. We're in St. John's Anglican Church, and this is Food Not Bombs. We're the Kitchener branch of the International Food Not Bombs organization. I learned how to do it fast here, but it's also like if you've been cooking your whole life, it is something that's a bit easier to pick up. Oh, George in the front. Hi, are you in the front?
Thank you.
Each branch operates independently. We intercept food that would otherwise be thrown away by major corporations. It can no longer be sold. The food is not beautiful, maybe a little bit past its prime, but it's still healthy, good to eat food. We take this food and we redistribute it amongst our communities in the form of healthy, delicious, and nutritious vegan meals.
I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, that's great.
Just a little bit more salt, not too much more.
All right. And also, we offer free groceries from the excess food that we don't use in our cooking. This particular branch has been going for 20 years, and today we're going to be cooking a delicious Thai-style potato coconut curry and a pasta with a variety of vegetables. You have to think like, what are the flavors I want to go together?
Okay.
So for instance, like right now we have curry powder, but let's say we didn't. You have to think like, what's in curry powder? Well, probably cumin is in curry powder. Turmeric is in curry powder. To add a little bit of kick, maybe we want to use chili powder instead. Paprika, cayenne. You have to work with what you have. The nutrients of a lot of root vegetables are mostly in the skin, and this skin is purple. It's purple potato, and we're gonna keep the skin on. We like to fry them first in oil and like really nice crispy outside. Gives a really nice texture.
Sizzling potatoes, which is great.
They've already released some of their starches. I haven't spiced them yet.
It's already smelling really good in here.
That's good. That's what we want. So I'm gonna keep that going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started on sweating the celery and some of the carrots.
Okay.
Putting them at the bottom of this pan and layering a lot of hot onions on top of them and turning the heat on and closing the lid. So the celery and the carrots are going to be trapped from both ends, from the heat of the pot and the heat of the onions on top of them. And if the temperature rises enough in there, they're going to start releasing their delicious celery and carrot juices. And that'll make like a nice thick base and it'll be really flavorful. So now the water and potatoes is thickening up. It's gradually moving away from the consistency of water, so a kind of thicker consistency. But while we've still got a rolling boil going, we're gonna add lentils. We've got about an hour on the clock, which is enough for the lentils to cook. Lentils will add protein to the dish. In the end, we want a dish that has a discernible amount of protein, a good source of carbohydrates, and a variety of vegetables for all your micronutrients. Yeah, so there they go. Lentils are easy, you just put them in water.
So that's actually kind of a good thing to have a little bit of extra water to soak up.
Right,
yeah.
The lentils will soak up the rest of the water, starches disintegrate, and we should have a really pleasant stew consistency when we're done. You have to kind of trust the process, that it'll all come together in the end.
Oh, it's really thickening as well,
Yeah, it's really, and then we're gonna add a bit of coconut milk. Coconut milk will add a nice sweet flavor, and it'll kind of cut the spice, and we're also gonna add a finely diced apple. It'll bring out the sweetness of all the other ingredients.
Okay, now that's nice.
There we go. Now we have like a nice light yellow kind of curry color. We want it to look beautiful and appetizing. Just to make sure absolutely everything is fully cooked, this is going to be simmering for the next 30 minutes.
We currently have a climate crisis, and we have all to do our part to fight against it. At an individual level, the number one thing that a person can do to fight against climate change or minimize its impact is to go plant-based and cut out meat and dairy. I went plant-based 2 years ago, and I've noticed a significant benefit as a result of it. I have found I had significantly higher levels of energy. After 3 weeks, I realized that I could live without the products I was eating in the past, and I would have no problem with continuing this lifestyle for decades to come. And so I wasn't really looking back.
I feel really good after I eat plant-based food. It doesn't matter what kind of food you like, you can find a plant-based alternative. If you're just starting to try plant-based foods, there's a lot of programs out there.
So this is our finished product of our curry. So it's nice and thick, and it's got a lot of lentils, and hopefully a really creamy flavor with the coconut milk.
Yeah, I love how thick that looks.
I would say rice. Rice is my favorite kind of meal. It's so versatile, you can make so many dishes with it.
Started 30 minutes ago with just carrots, celery, and then a layer of very hot onions and heat to the bottom. They've released a lot of their juices, and since then I've added tomato sauce and water, and the pasta is in here. So the pasta will be cooking in the sauce, being brought up to temperature, and then it'll be boiling.
2, 3.
Let's go plant-based!
And it smells really good.
Nice. Should be delicious. That keeps them coming back.